Hey y'all, hey, it's Amberlina and I'm back with another video, but y'all already know, before we even get into today's download, I am going to cleanse y'all right quick. And when I say right quick, I mean like super right quick, because my daughter's field day is today, so I gotta go. Okay, so the first message that I got was about working with what you have. When you show God, when you prove to yourself, your intuition, your ancestors, your spirit guides, whoever that you are working with as you, on your self-development, your self-love journey, there is a certain aspect of discipline and like following your own directions. And I don't want to say keeping your own promises to yourself, but it's like following your own directions. And we talked about this for the last 2 or 3 videos, I feel like. I have a message to, even if it's just something as little as making a to-do list or doing a 10-minute, I love using this example, but a 10-15 minute workout instead of skipping it altogether, or instead of forgetting what you were supposed to do altogether. This is your way of like building up that consistency, that discipline. And this also in turn helps you when it's time to, when you realize that you are rebuilding your identity, as you are rebuilding like these goals, rebuilding like these things, you are rebuilding like how you see yourself. And I don't want to say identity, you are rebuilding your self-image, you are working on your self-image. And this is the image of self that you have, not your parents, not your friends, not online, not lovers, none of that. Like, this is the self-image that you are creating for yourself. Whoever said that your self-image had to be the same, I don't know. But basically what I wanted to say with that was working with what you have at this time, at this moment, with what God gave you. If you have a short amount of time, cool. If you have $5 a month to spend on whatever it is, cool. Start small. Start with what you have. And as you show up and as you follow those little nudges, and as you follow your intuition, that's how you're going to continue to keep running into those nudges. And instead of it being like, I don't know if that was my intuition, I don't know if like, instead of it being like that, you'll begin to learn when it's your intuitive voice talking, when it's your anxiety talking, when it's your hunger talking, when it's you actually just being burnt out, like talking and coming over everything. Like, the more that you show up and experience these things that you are trying, if you can't even like make yourself laugh or pretend to be happy, how can, and not even pretend to be happy with where you are right now by working with what you have right now, how do you think that you're going to be happy when you get more? Like, people don't realize, like, when you ask for more, you get more. What is the phrase? To whom much is giving, much is required. Like, if you want more, you want a bigger house. Who's gonna clean this bigger house? There's a bigger bill that comes with this bigger house. There's things like that I feel like when you work with what you have and you go step by step, those are the things that you learn on the way. So when you do get your blessing, when you do get your manifestation, when you do hit that goal, you did it in a way that was consistent, healthy, in maintenance and alignment with your wellness, and not you rushing and trying to do like you know what I'm thinking, like a crash diet or like a crash course or something, like trying to hurry up and do something fast. Like, sometimes it's meant to go slow, and it's supposed to be brick by brick, step by step, so that way you learn along the way. Kind of like, the best example I have is like, you have a baby, but you hear about that baby, it's 9 months. Thank God you don't just get pregnant and the baby come out the next week, because you are not ready. You are not ready. The space is not ready. You don't know what's going on. Like, you're not ready. You need more time than that. So that's kind of how I want y'all to think about y'all goals and stuff like that. Like, yes, people go viral. Yes, there are miracles and things happen every day. But once again, those people were in those experiences and already in that arena for that miracle to drop on it. So if you're not even putting yourself in the arena, how do you expect to play? Okay. So don't wait for nothing. Don't wait for more supplies, more downloads. The only thing you should be waiting for is a confirmation. And yeah, once you get the green light, once you get the confirmation, like, go start with what you have. Start with where you are, and this brought me into the second download. because I've been seeing so much about spiritual psychosis, like online and just in general. And I wanted to touch on it because I feel like this happens when, and this is my opinion, once again, it's my opinion. You don't got to like it, you don't have to agree, but this is my channel. But anyway, anyways, I feel like a lot of what happens with spiritual psychosis is people really have like a strong, like this strong sense of like picture of what they think spirituality is supposed to look like. And there's multiple reasons why people go with spiritual psychosis. I'm gonna say that, but one of the reasons that I personally want to touch on is because you open yourself up to certain energies, when you open yourself up to certain frequencies, certain spirits, certain things. Like, of course, like if you are not strong within yourself, if you don't know your own voice, is why I preach so much about knowing your voice, your own intuition, knowing your phases, knowing how you feel when you hungry, you are whatever. Because when you let your mental shield down, your emotional shield down, and you just blindly follow and you don't use any discernment, you don't use any questioning at all, like I feel like that it opens you up to be confused and not know what's going on. And I really don't want to see anybody close to me, anybody at all, have to go through that. And I pray for everybody that is involved with any like tragedies that comes from spiritual psychosis. But what I really want to say with that is there is this image, there is this certain image, this certain idea that you have to be perfect. You don't judge nobody, you don't listen to music with cuss words, you wear like, you know, like there are certain things that are stereotypical, and I'm not gonna say that, and I mean that in the most respectful way, because and I'm wearing it, so I can't sit here and say like in an offensive way, but like there's certain things that come like with the culture or with the practice. But then just because you look it and just because you pretend it, that does not help you mentally. That does not help your wellness. You did not come here on this earth to be perfect and to be an angel and to never make any mistakes and to never have a judgment, never criticize anybody, never gossip, do anything. Because what if that was the case? I'm sorry if the table was shaking. If that was the case, then you wouldn't have come back in human form. And I know that's a strong statement to say, but you wouldn't have come back in human form. You would have came back as a guide or an ancestor, or, you know, like you came here to be a human. You came here to have a human experience. Please don't ever get so high up that you forget that you have feelings and that you cannot keep bypassing these feelings. You cannot keep bypassing your fears. You cannot keep bypassing shadows and triggers and pretending that you don't see them, and that if you light a candle or if you do a certain spell or if you, I don't know, you know, there is certain work that you have to do. Specifically, you have to do. Me have to, like, I have to do it. There's specific work that we have to do that's a part of our soul's path, our soul's journey, individually. Okay? And as a collective. There's certain ways that we grow, but I really want to stop this narrative like that you have to be perfect, you cannot make any judgments, you never supposed to have a bad day. That is not true. That's not true at all. Find your neutral. We talked about this. Find your neutral, find your middle ground, because some days you are gonna be, and some days you're gonna be down in the shadows doing your shadow work, and some days you're gonna be right here in the middle coasting. And that's what I want y'all to find, is that coast. If you feel yourself dip, okay, it's just a day. It's just a day, it's just an hour, it's just a time. You can always reframe your mind. You can always start back again. You can always refresh the day. Like a lot of y'all, this is new territory. This is a new time. These are things that you prayed for, and then there's things that's coming in that you had no idea. You never could have guessed these things for yourself. You never could have guessed these things for yourself. You never could have even prayed to God for some of these things, these blessings that's coming in. You never would have known that these things was coming. But you get in them anyway. because they were sometimes what we want is not big enough. Sometimes God has a bigger plan. So when you feel like you have missed something, you missed the opportunity, or something passed you up, whether it's a time or a situation, like, it will come back. If it's for you, it will come back. The time will come. Your time will come. It's just a matter of you showing up and making that space. And like I say, like, how can you be in the game if you do not even come to the arena, to the stadium? How do you play the game if you're not even there? Okay. Like I said in my last video, I want you guys to live a full, passionate, fun life, like full of experiences, not worried about bills, not worried about fat, not worried about money, not worried about if somebody crusty son love you, okay? Like, I'm just kidding. But for real, I get a lot of those readings. But for real, like, instead of worrying about that stuff, like, I want y'all to live passionately. I want y'all to express yourself, dance, have fun, do your work. And then I'm telling you, like, as you dance and move around, you're going to see your manifestations come, because it's you putting yourself on that frequency. That's basically the whole point of this video, is putting yourself on that frequency. You do not have to be perfect. It's putting yourself on your frequency, the frequency that you are supposed to be on to get your blessings, to collect your blessings. Not my frequency, not his frequency, not hers, not theirs, nobody else's frequency, on yours. If you're gonna get on anybody else's frequency, you need to be on the frequency of love, okay? On love, God, divinity, whatever you want to call it. Like, that's the frequency. If it's not your own, that's the one you should be in, that's the one you should be striving to be in. Once again, I am not here to blow no smoke up y'all butt, okay? But your passions, they wait for you, and they wait you. And if you don't know what it is or what that looks like right now, it will reveal itself as you show up, as you have fun, as you get up, get dressed, go out, try the class, try the hobby, post the content, try the new thing, try the new way. And we're almost at the end. And the last thing I want to say, yeah, like, the more that you step out on your intuition, the stronger that it would get. The stronger you will be able to pick up on who talking to you, which voice. When I say who, I mean, there's different versions of yourself on different frequencies on different days. So you gotta make sure you talking to the higher one, okay? Talking to the higher one sometimes, because sometimes the lower one, the shadow one, the root one can get in there and have some. What is my cat doing? Mars. Anyways, like I was saying, there's just a level and a balance of remembering your wisdom, but knowing that you don't know everything, that things will reveal themselves as you show up, as you play, as you create the new experiences. Everything in your life and everyone in your life is really up to you. It's up to you to be awake. Every lesson, every time, every mistake, every success, every win, it's really up to you to take the lessons and the wisdom from that and trust that it's for your wellness. It was supposed to bring you to where you are right now. Somebody passed this information on to me a few years ago, and I want to pass it on to y'all. And what they said was, never violate a hunch. And when I say never violate a hunch, I mean, like, if you get an inkling to go a certain direction, go. If you get a certain feeling or get a certain flash of a post or of an idea or of words, like, never violate a hunch. Because the more that you ignore your intuition, the more you stuff it down. And yeah, there's another piece of information I want to share with y'all, and then I'm gonna get out y'all here, because I told y'all it's my daughter's field day, so I gotta go. But another piece of information that I want to share with y'all as well, in regards to building up your intuition, I heard somebody say the best way to get into your body, and a really easy way to tap in, like, every day, in a way, is as soon as you feel yourself have to go to the bathroom, like pee or something, go to the bathroom. Because the first step of us ignoring our intuition and our body's cues is people making us hold it. Like, when you got to raise your hand to go to the bathroom, like, Normally in the wild, if you had to go to the bathroom, like you would just go to the bathroom because it's a natural bodily function, right? It's your body sends you a cue. So yeah, if you feel like you need to go to the bathroom, recognize it. Oh, I have to go to the bathroom. And then step out, go to the bathroom. That's you listening to your body's cues, picking up on, like, just even if it's something small like that, okay? I know it sounds crazy, but that really helped me at the beginning, like tap into my intuition, because there's little things like that that we don't realize. Like, we've been programmed to like shut down and not listen to and hold it and wait until everybody else is happy and wait until everybody else is finished, and you don't, like, no, no. So yeah, that's all I want to say for you guys today. And I'm so glad once again that you guys came back for another video. If you would like to see any more of my content, I will be posting how you can book me and my handles all over the screen somewhere. And yes, thank you so much. I hope this message helped you. I hope this inspired you. And yeah, I love y'all very much, and I'll see y'all very soon. From my soul to yours. Toodaloo.